Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over how to get your MyOpenMath account set up and then also how to use it to do some math. So the first thing to do is to go to myopenmath.com. You should get a screen that looks like this. If you have used MyOpenMath before and want to use the same login, username, and password, you can. But MyOpenMath doesn't cost anything, so I would probably just make a new username and password for this. If you want to reuse your old credentials, then you can log in using those and then figure out how to add the course from there. Most people, though, will probably want to register as new students, so we're going to do that. So first of all, pick out a username. This is just for your use. I don't use it for anything. So pick out whatever you want. Use on the numbers, letters, or the underscore character. You're going to be typing it fairly often, so I wouldn't make it like 30 letters long or anything like that. Pick out a password, put the password again. You've done this kind of thing before. Pick out a username, pick out a password, enter it again. Then in the next part, enter your first name and last name. So on here, two things. First of all, put your first name in the first name spot and your last name in the last name spot. When I look in the roster to do grades and things, it'll be a lot easier if it's alphabetical by last name. So first name where it says first name, last name where it says last name. Second thing, make this match whatever is on Canvas or self-service. That will help me get the right grades associated with the right people. So whatever your name is on Canvas or self-service, which will match, make it match on MyOpenMath, okay? If you have any questions or issues with that or concerns, let me know. Put in an email address that you check. If I send messages, I may send them through Canvas or I may send them through MyOpenMath. If they go through MyOpenMath, you'll get a notification in your email. So put an email address that you use, and then leave the box checked. If you want to get an email when you get a message, you have to be over 13. Hopefully there's no issues with that. Click that you've read the terms of use. And then the next thing that you'll want to put is the course ID, which is 226384. 226384. And there's no enrollment key. You can just leave that blank. Okay, once you do that, you'll click sign up, and then you should get a screen that looks like this. Give me a minute. It'll let you into a screen that looks basically like this. Let me switch it over to, well, I'll switch it over to the student view in a moment. On the left side, under courses you're teaching, you won't have anything. Under courses you're taking, it should show Math 10 Online Summer 2024. Okay, once you click on that, you should get a view that looks basically like this. You won't have this part where it says view as instructor or student, quick rearrange. Of course, that's for me, not for you. A little bit about the organization. Down the left side, some things you can click on. Messages. You can send and receive messages through that. Forums, click on that. I don't think I've ever used it for anything, but click on it if you like. Calendar won't be very useful because the calendar is right here in front of you when you log in anyways. Course map, click on that and see what it does. Gradebook does just what you think it is. That's how you'll check your grades. Logout does just what you think it does. Okay, help using MyOpenMath, click on that if you need help using MyOpenMath, right? Across the top, course, if you want to switch between courses, if you somehow have more than one. And then the rest of this is repeated from what we just had a moment ago. Messages, forms, calendar, and then gradebook. Across the top, a little bit more repetition. Logout is the main thing that you'll need here. Your name should appear up here on the right side. Okay, the most important stuff that you'll need on this screen, across the top and side anyways, is just making sure that you can log out when you're done. All right, down the middle where the most important stuff happens, calendar, which we'll get into here in a minute. Below that, there's course information, and then videos and additional open resources, and prerequisite review, and then chapter 1 on functions. One thing to note is that the little system of the triangles that open and close on Canvas, the same thing happens here. So when you see it say prerequisite review, the little triangle opens to the right. If you click on it, it'll now open up and you'll see some stuff that it shows up below that. So now it's open, now it's closed again. All right, so that's everything that is available now. You're going to get more stuff, obviously, real soon. So back up to the calendar at the top. There's a couple of things here marked R as those are review items. That's all that's available right now is review things. Back up a quick second. There we go. Down here, the date, Saturday, June 8th. Click on Show All. That'll show you a little more descriptions of the things that are on the calendar. June 13th, a little review on order of operations, and then a little bit about fraction stuff on Friday. These are the things that you see just the R's for on the 13th and 14th. An important thing to note about all of the assignments is that if they're on the calendar, you can work on them right now. Sometimes people think, okay, well, there's nothing to do until the 13th. Okay, and I have to work on this thing on the 13th. It's not like that. This is the due date. Everything that you see on the calendar or below the calendar, those are the days that they're due, not the day that you start them. So I wouldn't wait. Probably you could do all of this right now. So this is the date that it's due. And then the 14th, the next ones are due. All of our stuff, all of our assignments are going to be due at midnight Pacific time. And so just for your convenience or consistency, everything will just be due at midnight. Okay, so that's everything on our calendar. One thing to be careful of is that right now, there's this pair of less thans and pair of greater thans that you can go forward through. If you accidentally click on that and then don't pay attention to the days, you might think, okay, well, there's nothing to do. But of course, there is nothing due between June 30th and July 27th, right? So make sure that you're centered on now to get the best picture of what's due when. Okay, down below under course information, here's the syllabus. It's the same one we saw in the last video. So you don't have to go back to Canvas if you want, unless you want to. Full textbook, there's a link to the book again. There's a introduction to MyOpenMath assignment that will give you some information on how to enter answers and do assignments in MyOpenMath. This thing is not due. It doesn't count for anything. It's not worth any credit. So do it if you like, or don't do it if you don't want to. Right here it says past the due date anyways, showing as practice. This doesn't count for anything, but if you want to work on it, you can. Okay. Right, so that's everything under course information. So let's close that. Videos and additional open resources. This is just some extra stuff that I found and put in here. If you want more help, more videos to watch, or books to read, that's in here. Okay, prerequisite review. Some of the assignments that we'll see, like the ones that you're seeing on the calendar now, fall into the category of review assignments, and those will appear here also under prerequisite review. There's two items so far, fractions and order of operations. When I open those, there's this bit on fractions and this fractions and exercises. One thing to note is that this assignment you're seeing right here is the same as this assignment on June 14th, which is also the same as this little R on the calendar. So it's easy to get overwhelmed and feel like there's a whole lot of stuff because things appear in more than one place. You can enter all your assignments from the calendar, or you can go down here to the kind of outline for the course and enter the assignments that way. But this assignment, just to repeat, this is the same as the assignment you're seeing in the calendar. Also, this fractions video cued assignment, if you open that, there's another assignment that will show up in here. Okay, so I need to change some things on that, but you'll see the changes soon. Okay, what else? In here, you'll see some learning objectives. There's a link to a textbook in here, and then videos on working on fractions. So if you look at this and consider that, okay, well, there's these 3 assignments and then just this first one on fractions, there's all these videos to watch. It's easy again to get overwhelmed. What I would do on the review assignments is I would start the assignment, and then if you run into trouble, if you need help, then go to the videos and watch them or look through the textbook parts. And this is for the reviews, of course. Because if you take a lot of time watching the videos, it might be on stuff that you are already really familiar with, and it'll take you a lot of time. So again, get started on the assignments, and then if you need help with it, then you can get into those videos shown below. All right, so that's so far what we've got under fractions. There's a bit of order of operations next. There's a video cued assignment and then just regular assignment. Those are the 2 that are due on, actually one is on Thursday and then the other one is due on Friday. All right, so those are 2 kinds of assignments. Chapter 1, I just have the right now, the 2 assignments for 1.1 are not available yet, but they will be probably by the time you're getting around to watching this video. All right, so let me show you next what an assignment looks like. So let me go into this order of operations exercises assignment. Okay, when I click on that, it's going to tell me how many points it's worth and when it's due. Let me click on start. Gives a little learning objectives, link to videos if you like. And then all the questions here are presented in order. Some assignments might have all the questions presented like this, all on the screen at once. Some you may have to navigate through the questions one by one. But either way is the same. So let's try one of these. You can do the questions in any order. Let me try this one. It looks easy. 36 divided by 6 would be 6. And then 6 times 6 is 36. So let me enter the answer in the box and then click Submit Question. So I got that one right. I get a green check mark. And if I want to practice it again, I can click on Get a Similar Question. Okay, let me get one wrong so that you see how it looks. 11 minus 8 times negative 7. This one's going to be wrong. So 11 minus 8, let's say that's 3. 3 times negative 7 would be negative. And that's wrong. So when I got that one wrong, instead of a green check mark, I get a red X. I got 0 out of 1 point. I could do a similar question if I want to retry it. Again, red X. So maybe we should fix that. Let's not. Let's leave it as is. Okay, let me do one more and then we'll move along. Here, 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. 36 times 3, I'm pretty sure, is 108. Let's try that. All right, so I got that one right. Let me go down to the bottom because I think I'm all done. All right, so that's all there is to do right now. You'll notice in here, there's individual submit question buttons in here. When you go back up to the top, just click done when you're done. And then right now my score is only 9.1% because I haven't done very much of it. It tells me the 2 questions I got right, 1 question is wrong. Most of this, of course, unattempted because I didn't try very hard. I could resume up here in the upper right, or let's just exit for right now. An important thing to note is you don't have to do all the assignments, all the homeworks. You don't have to do all of them all at once. The tests you will. We'll talk about that more when we get closer. But for the homework assignments, you don't have to do those all at once. So if you have like 20 minutes while you're waiting for dinner to be ready, you can get on there and do a little bit of math, a little bit here and there, as long as you get it done by the due date. The second thing that you'll note is that there's no separate like turn it in button. When we're on here, let me get back into it. There's the assignment again. You just push done when you're done for right now. You don't have to be totally done with it. You're just done for right now. There's no separate like turn it in button. As soon as you work on it, I can see it. So don't panic if like, how do I turn in my assignment? If you've done it, it's there and I can see it. Okay, so let's just say done for right now. And then I can't show you the gradebook because the student view here doesn't do gradebook very well or at all from the teacher's point of view. So I can't, but you can click on gradebook here and it's going to show you all the assignments and what your grades are on those for now. So there was that one. Let me show you a video assignment. I'd mentioned when we went over the syllabus what video assignments are. That's this. To do that, this one is only 3 points. How this works, you watch a video and you know how to watch video. We're going to watch the video. Okay, that was kind of, there's this guy in his video. And then once we're done with that, you can use the drop down here and go to the questions. Okay, so there's a question, answer the question, and then go through each of the questions. And then there's a video for each question. So you watch the video, answer the question, and then watch the conclusion video. And then you're done. So that's how a video assignment works. As with a lot of this stuff, it works best if you go and try it yourself. So what you'll want to do next is get onto MyOpenMath, get your account set up, and then go in and if you like, go into course information and try this intro to MyOpenMath assignment. Like I said, it's not worth anything, so you don't have to do it, but that'll give you some guidance on entering answers. And then other than that, get started on some of these assignments involving fractions or order of operations, and that'll start giving you the feel for how this all works. And then we'll start working on actual college algebra stuff. You'll see some chapter 1 stuff appearing real soon. All right, so once again, welcome to the course. Let me know if you have any questions, and then have a great evening.